Stranger Things Season 5 is on the way, you guys, and we, undoubtedly like you, cannot wait. Season 4 recently wrapped to much fanfare, and fans have eagerly started discussing what might go down on the streets of Hawkins once the hit Netflix show returns to our screens, whenever that may be. Today, we are discussing everything we know so far about Stranger Things Season 5, so don't go anywhere. First up, when might we see the 5th installment? Let's see. As we know, Season 4 has only just come and gone, so there's no word just yet of when the 5th season might be ready to drop. However, that doesn't stop us playing release date roulette. We do know that the creative team has begun working on the story, at least, with the show's official Twitter account dropping a picture earlier this month which confirmed Day 1. Our own Jim Hopper, played by the tremendous David Harbour, also seemed to confirm that filming would begin in 2023, which would probably mean that a release date of sometime in 2024 was most likely. Of course, this is pure speculation, as the Duffer Brothers have recently revealed that they are still figuring out all of the things. Matt Duffer went on to explain, "If you ask our AD, assistant director, and our line producer, they want more time for production. Our post-production supervisor wants more time for post-production. So it's going to be a big discussion. How long does everybody get?" Duffer then went on to explain that if they rush things, then the end product will inevitably suffer, saying, "I think it's better that it's good than that it comes out quickly," which most people will more than likely agree with. And Sadie Sink, who plays Max on the hit show, has also suggested it might be a while before the show returns, revealing that the last season took 2 years in total. What do you make of all of this? What about the cast then? Stay with us to find out. Of course, due to the fact that there isn't even a story yet, there's no way we can know who might return or who might be omitted once Season 5 rolls around. But again, we will do our best at reading between the lines by looking at how Season 4 finished. We would fully expect Millie Bobby Brown to return as Eleven, as well as the majority of the other main characters. This would mean a return for Winona Ryder as Joyce, the aforementioned Harbour as Hopper, as well as Eleven's loyal gang, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will, played by Finn Wolfhard, Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, and Noah Schnapp, respectively. We can also probably expect Sadie Sink to return in the role of Max, as well as Steve and Nancy, played by Joe Keery and Natalie Dyer. The rest of the cast are probably a little more difficult to predict, but given how the previous season ended, we would probably expect to see Charlie Heaton return as Jonathan and Maya Hawke, daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, to also stop by again as Robin. The rest of the main cast, including Brett Gelman, Priya Ferguson, and Eduardo Franco, might also possibly return. One of the main cast members who is probably at most not returning is Sink, who is in a coma at the end of Season 4. And Sink herself has spoken of how she does not know if she will have a part in Season 5 or not. Do you think she will return? Next up, what do we know about the plot? Well, believe it or not, nobody knows. As we've mentioned, we still don't have a story, so there's no spoilers over here. But just like the release date, that doesn't stop us from speculating. No, sir. Whilst there's very little to go on so far, the Duffers have actually dropped a bit of a tease as to what we might be able to expect. Matt Duffer has recently suggested that it will be unlike any other season, whilst also insinuating that Max's storyline will be integral to the upcoming installment. Duffer also suggested that Dustin will have a pretty big role in Season 5, saying, "We are going to see a side of him we've not seen before. It's also going to be like Season 1 on steroids." Sounds good. Ross Duffer then claimed that the gang will be pursuing Vecna from the off, whilst going on to say that, "We have a lot to do in terms of a few more revelations, and also we need to make sure we give our characters time to make these final arcs." Of course, there are plenty of other bits and pieces to be tied up once the 5th season rolls around, such as whether or not our heroes will finally get the best of the Upside Down and shut it down once and for all. Everyone of note is back in Hawkins by the end of Season 4, so we can probably expect them all to have a big hand in putting a stop to the Upside Down. Next up, will Season 5 be the end for the hit show? Unfortunately, it seems as though the upcoming season, whenever that may be, will actually be the last for the show and its stellar groups of acting talent. Sean Levy, who serves as executive producer on Stranger Things, says, "We never wanted to run on fumes, and we wanted only to tell as much story as the brothers saw and feel with clarity. So it's been clear for a while that they know exactly where we're headed, and this is the arc. We wouldn't want to stick around for one moment beyond that vision and the clarity of that voice." However, there are plenty of other things in the works from the Duffers and their new production company, Upside Down Pictures. The brothers have recently revealed that their company will develop TV shows and movies exclusively for Netflix, including 2 Stranger Things spin-off shows. We're not sure what they will consist of right now, but we're sure that that they will be pretty epic when they do eventually drop. The guys are also developing a stage play set in the Stranger Things world, which will be produced by renowned duo Sonia Friedman and Stephen Daldry. What would you like to see next from the Duffer Brothers? Let us know below. The Duffers have also suggested that there won't be any additional characters in Season 5. Of course, the show has introduced new characters in each season of its uber successful run so far, but apparently in Season 5, they are set to resist the urge to do so. The guys have so far built up an excellent repertoire of characters, and when discussing Season 5 and any new faces recently, the brothers revealed that they will be refraining from adding any new acting talent. Following a pretty loud public outcry following the death of Eddie Munson, as well as the coma Max found herself in, the Duffers claim to have made a decision about the upcoming season. They said, "We're doing our best to resist adding new characters for Season 5. We're trying not to do that so we can focus on the OG characters, I guess." And Ross Duffer also addressed the strong reactions fans had to the later characters, saying they always try to make any new character an integral part of the narrative. He went on to say that anytime they introduce a new character, no matter how good that character is, they are still taking away screen time from their already popular characters, which is difficult to juggle. Duffer finished by saying, "So we're just very careful about who we're introducing," which is absolutely fair enough. Would you like to see any new characters? And finally, some Millie Bobby Brown news. Stay tuned. Straight off the back of the success of Stranger Things Season 5, you might think that the show's star Millie Bobby Brown would be looking at what possible movie roles might be next for her. However, that isn't quite the case. It turns out that Brown, who has also appeared in the Enola Holmes movies, has enrolled to study at Purdue University. Speaking in a recent interview, the 18-year-old revealed that she will be studying human services, which, if you're not familiar with the course, is where you learn about the system and how to help young people. Whether or not Brown plans to move away from acting in the future, we're not too sure, but we hope not. Maybe she just wants a better understanding of the world and how she can help young people less fortunate than herself. And coincidentally, Purdue has even been referenced in Stranger Things. The university calls Indiana home, where Brown's character of 11 resides in the fictional town of Hawkins. There was even a special edition Purdue shirt which made an appearance in Season 3, which could have actually contributed to Brown's thinking. Who knows? What do you guys make of Millie Bobby Brown heading off to university? Pretty cool, right? As always, thanks for dropping in on us today, and remember to tune in again next time when we will be discussing all sorts of other cool bits and pieces. And why not do us a big favor by liking today's video while also sharing it with any Stranger Things fans you might have lurking in your upside down, aka social media. Bye guys.